It's going to be Dai coming to you from Masao Japan, Pinku Style Podcast. Got my guy Lexis King in the saddle again. This is going to be episode number 157. I'll eventually at some point go back and get the exact number of appearances that don't really matter, because there's going to be plenty more. You know what I mean? It's like shit, man. Our kids are pretty much growing up coinciding the pod, man. So what's been up? Well, I know what's been up and everything. We're definitely gonna talk about it. So like we had an eventful weekend. I was at in coverting this because both of us didn't really announce what we were doing.
Yeah, that was a trip. Bro.
Yeah, because I was like this thing, I was going on there to do my thing. So I'm on the way back from Tsukuba Circuit, and then I hit Lex up, and Lex is like, "Yeah, I'm on the way to Laguna."
I'm on my way.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, then. Like we're like we're really what do you call it? Like we're really doing it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we ain't going to like parking lot events and everything, man. So anyway, man, let's get into it, man. How's everything been, man? And then roll right into like your prep and everything for Tsukuba, man.
For Laguna, you did Tsukuba.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I mean, everything's pretty cool, man. Super busy. I've been picking my daughter up from school. She's in school now.
Yeah.
So she's watching cartoons right now, chilling. But it's like, it's funny, like my life is such a duality. Yeah. I'll be doing everything with the kids. Like the other day I got off work all day, rushed home, grabbed my truck and trailer, went out. My coworker picked up his Lotus. Oh. I picked up his Lotus in Concord, smashed back, stuck in traffic. I took the truck trailer with the Lotus to my daughter's school to pick her up on time, because I have to be on time with her.
Yeah.
I will not be late, nothing. Like, she gets the time. Pick up the truck and trailer, or pick her up. She looking like, what's this? I'm like, go rush to this other spot, drop his truck off, rush back to the house, put the truck and trailer back up, jump in the other vehicle, and go a couple cities over to go watch Jalen's football game. Yeah, because he's played flag football now. Okay. And so I only missed one of his touchdowns, but I got there for the rest of it. But it's like, that's how my life be, right? Yeah. I just, how it is when you work a day, and then it's like you kind of just want to kick back, but then it's like,
nah.
Nope.
Actually, I just told my wife that. I was like, dude, because she, we kind of got, keep it real, people out there who be from like married couples don't have spats and everything. We, just had a little disagreement. I had to kind of remind her. I'm like, dude, she was like saying she's busy, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I understand and respect that. But at the same time too, I'm running an international business. So I don't want to, I was like, I didn't want to start comparing like that's petty.
Yeah.
That's petty.
I think that too. Because when I was doing all of that shit in my head, and it is petty. In my head, I was like, my wife would have said she's too busy to do a quarter of the shit I was doing today. She'll say, I'll come home and be like, oh, what? Oh, I didn't have enough time. Yeah. And I'm thinking like, how? Like, how?
Same shit, dude.
But then it's like, when I'm doing it, I just laugh to myself and say, yeah, okay, I'm making it happen. So, I had the same thing in my head, just like petty, be like, I did this today, and I only missed one of Jalen's touchdowns. Little fool's balling out too. Yeah, his first game he had 4 touchdowns. His last game he had 3 and an interception. It's like,
so what wide receiver, DB or?
No, like his school doesn't have a football team, so they just started a flag football team.
Gotcha.
So they're like brand new. They just started it up. So he's like, oh, I'll be down. So he did some football stuff when he was like 9 or 10, but he did not like the fact that other people would get him penalized. So when everybody wasn't hustling up on the, run, the sprints, run it again. He couldn't understand why I'm beating everybody. I'm up front. I'm running it out. Why do I have to keep running it? It's like, this is a team sport, dog. This ain't independent action. So the fact that he said he wanted to play again, I'm like, really? Okay. So they have this flag football team. If he decides that he wants to play football, apparently because the school doesn't have a football team, there's a possibility he can go play at any of the surrounding schools in
Okay.
the area. So I was like, okay, well, if you want to play, just go learn the game, figure it out, see, about all the practice, the running, and all of this and that, and then go over to my old high school. That's where he wants to go because his cousins go there, and he wants to play with them. So I don't know. I mean, he's doing great. Like the quarterback's trash. You know how quarterbacks be, throw the ball up in the middle of traffic,
Yeah.
throwing it to you, just throwing a live grenade into a bunch
Yeah.
of people. My son go up and he comes down with it, and I was like, you better bring your damn arms down
Yeah.
and protect your ribs, because you're playing flag. If these boys want to crack your shit, because I used to play defense, and my God, I could not wait to crash
Oh yeah,
somebody's
yeah,
body.
yeah, yeah. That was my bread and butter, man. The dudes who that
Yeah,
didn't have the situational awareness and like those. Yeah, man. He just you make the play. You're here to turn another way, and it's like that crackback, man. It's like
yeah,
yeah, that was the
yeah,
that was
man.
that was like the best feeling is when you hit somebody and it's like you don't even feel it. It's just like you just run through them. So that
Yeah,
I was
you
a
just
so we never really
blast it.
yeah we never really talked about that, man. But like that was I played lacrosse and I captained lacrosse. I played football and wrestling and everything. So in football, like I wasn't like a student in the game and everything. I just knew how to get to the ball and I just destroyed people. So I mean I
Mm-hmm.
started I actually played JV and then I at the end of the season, I'm pretty sure it's like this everywhere else. At the end of the season, they take all of the cream of the crop, I guess, for JV and move them up to varsity
Mm-hmm.
for the practice squad. So I actually played varsity my first freshman year of high school and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and went from there and everything. But yeah, man, they just I wanted to do running back, man, but it was like the man, it was so deep that if you wanted to even do it, you would never touch the field. So I was like, all right, man, put me wherever. So I ended up playing.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
exact thing that happened to me when I was in Georgia.
Yeah.
I went to
Oh
Salem
man.
Junior
Yeah.
High.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And when I'm there, I'm a little skinny, scrawny California kid. I
Yeah.
wasn't built like these cornbread boys, right? I was probably eighth string. You know what I'm saying? Because you had
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
other the positions that I played or they put me at. There was other dudes, man, and I would get good practice time, but that was it. So you know, it's pretty cool. He wants to do it. He's athletic. I've always had him doing stuff, and my wife's family is a sports family.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see her dad. So me and my dad are sitting on one side, way back over here in the bleachers, and they're all sitting up there in the grass. So then when they realized I was there, they had all, her dad walked over and was like, "Damn, man, like your son is like that boy is athletic, man." He's like, and he's like my son, you're playing flag football, and them little kids sometimes they go Jalen going for it to go up, grab it, come down with it.
Hmm.
And that's how he do. He just goes up and he comes down with the ball.
How tall is he right now?
I don't know. He seems like my little boy, but he do be like my dad's. Like he's hella taller than everybody. I'm like, no, he ain't. But he's about 5'5" right now. 5'5", maybe 5'6".
And he never did any before. I mean, he's played any ball before this.
Bro, we play catch in the park. You know, I've always lived near a park, so man. We play catch. And I throw heaters to him. Like I don't baby my kid, right? I throw heats to him, or you know how it is.
Right.
You spot a weakness and make him keep pinching at him with that. If he getting tired, I'd be like, go deep, make him run it out, fly one, and he got to run under it and catch it. So apparently he's doing all right. And, you know, like I said, he did 4 touches the first game. He did 3 this last game. He got an interception. That was pretty impressive. Like he kind of played it short. When he saw the quarterback launched, he looks up, back pedals, he turns and looks at the possible receiver, and then he just starts striking, went up, and he caught it, right? And I'm like,
that's crazy, man. Like I'm watching. I try to zoom in, but it wasn't working. But I was just watching like you start right here, then he run the cut, and like man, dude. It's what I'm gathering, man. Like I'm gathering, man, from like just seeing that, and then like also like from his progression on the bikes, man. Like it seemed like whatever he watches, he can emulate.
Oh yeah. That's what I was getting at. He's it's really weird. He's super good at mimicking.
Right, because I mean, I'm looking at that's like stuff that dudes do like after they're, you know, I mean, they've been through like multiple practices because most guys.
And trust me, people think he's played. This is his first game.
Yeah, I'm looking at him like, dude, he's cutting.
Had one practice before that. We talked about it. I said you can get bread and butter in football if you go out, cut, and go across fast. I was like, because 5 yards a couple times is a first down. So I was like, you don't always have to go for the bomb. And apparently he likes doing that because what he was doing, especially with that interception, so he catches it and he goes into like, he holds the ball like T.O. I'm like,
I'll keep watching the clip because like, again, most dudes like they'll round off. They'll go like they'll run and then round it off. Like, he went he looked like 3 or 4 steps, stop, pivot, and then go up the field, and then pretty much know where he's gonna. So yeah, dude, it's pretty cool.
And
man.
It's funny because he watches Destroying on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so they always run 1-on-1s, and that's all he's mimicking, which is crazy funny to me. But he's so apparently he really likes
that's dope,
the feel of getting the touchdowns and running it and everything. So he's meshing with football, and they've played. They kind of do 2 games a day. Well, when they play, so they're 4-0. They're 4-0, so he's hoping that he wants to. What's
going on?
Thought you were watching cartoons.
Yeah.
Okay. So he wants to finish out the season undefeated, but I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, like I told him the first game, I said, hey, you had a good game. You may not have that ever again. But now it's crazy because he's had a second game like that.
Pinku Style PS-01TS coilovers. These are the first coilovers available by Pinku Style. These are for track and street. Coilovers are going to work for guys who are going to look to tackle the street. You're going to look to tackle the toe gate in a legal way. 32-way adjustable. You have dampening control. You have camber control. Optional for some cars. It's a very smooth process. If something happens, it will honor the 1-year warranty. Pinku Style PS-01TS. Ready to order right now. See you guys later. Peace.
No, you just had some candy.
Water. They don't. Water. They're right there, man. Like I just gave you some gummy lifesavers, and you want this.
And you had a whole ass lightsaber pop or some shit. I'm like, how's it even done? I wouldn't be able to finish it that fast.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's dope, man. Again, man, that's like, again, it's awesome, man, to be doing the podcast, and like, again, he's growing up into a young man, and then they're starting to having, then seeing them like making them racy, like you see the video I posted up.
I saw that.
Having a
Yo,
racy
who made that big ass rut that they were in?
That's a turn. It's a turn track. But I mean, it's just like a flat part. It's the start, and then it goes into the track. And then I actually made it a little bit deeper on the 110 because I was like hitting it out there, and it was like really moist and muddy. So it was the 110 was digging it out, and then I was like, hey, I had to stop from going there because their wheels are essentially
tiny.
Yeah. So and then the pegs were getting cut. So then there was like the wheels is like a dyno, and then
they were getting getting stuck with the pegs and the wheels.
So I was like, hey man, stop going in that rut right there, man. But dude, this again, man, like I kind of sit back with the boys, man, and I mean, everybody out there, because I mean, it's like you should, as a parent, man, you should be like proud of your creation. Some people take it a little bit too extreme, like my kid is the most specialist on the world and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
Not doing shit like that, but it's cool to see like the you just, I mean, I know you've experienced it multiple times, man, even recently with the bike and knee dragging, and you just sit back and like, man, they're really like, you can see it starting to click. And
and
you see that shit right there I put up, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Man waved out with the goatee. But it's a trip right because the kids are,
there's a joint right there.
Look at how they're going around. Yeah. You look at how they're going around, and like that it's like you and I both, right? We're self-taught riders.
Yeah.
And then we spend the time researching and looking at everything, and we're trying to figure it out and learn it on our own, and then we pass down what we're learning to the kids. And like I told Jalen that one time, like, hey, big dog, I'm here to assist you to be great. There's no way that I want to be a stump or a twig to trip you up. Right. I don't want to trip you up. And I actually want you to do this as safely as possible, because I'm going to be the one that have to sit up in the hospital all day and deal with it, or deal with you at home on your recovery. So please listen to what I'm saying. And if you do the method that we're doing and you find out the better route to do it, I'm good enough with my ego to look at it and say, oh, he found the fine point on what I told him, and he's doing it.
Right.
It's like, that's why it's really cool with us, you and I both, having these kids, and we're offering this motorsport to them. So it's rad as hell. Yeah, I watch you. I get up like a Saturday morning or Sunday morning or something, and you know those time frames when you get up and it's mad early.
Yeah,
there's not even a soul out on the streets, and you're just like, oh, let me hit the social media real quick, watch these videos, catch up with my partner.
Yeah, because I've been y'all don't even want to bring it up, man. But I was like, man, there's a lot of YouTube drama going around the web, and it's like, I'm like, God damn, man. But it's, hey, man, like I don't, everybody who knows already know what we talking about. No reason for me to bring it up, but it's like that shit like that is like, you kind of dig your grave, and it's like you kind of can see it unfolding slowly, like. You talking when I talk, I'm talking from a place of, I know what the fuck I'm doing and blah blah blah, and people like, oh well, he's aggressive and cocky. I'm like, all right, cool, because I got the black skin, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be confident in my shit. But you know what I mean, you go and give all your money to an XYZ dude, and then XYZ dude turned out to be a, you know what I mean?
Man.
They gave say whatever. Whatever, dude. So anyway, dude, let's move on from that.
The trip. Yeah. When you look at it, it's like, damn,
it's like,
dude.
Yeah, like you can't.
And that one dude got the juice, because not like he just started, collecting what they call receipts right now.
Yeah,
he's got stuff from 3 years ago.
Yeah,
so it's like, if anybody looking at that, you can't say, oh, no, this is 3 years ago that he's been
Yeah.
like, so that means, you and I know how people are. So that means he had to have got a bad taste of dude in his mouth from dude 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because you don't just, you know what I'm saying, unless he was just like that from day one. But
a lot of times that's what I prevent here at my shop, man. A lot of times that comes when you get too comfortable and you try to homie the customer to make them feel like that's like I come from my customer by showing them, hey, this is what I did. You know, my shit. I go into my database archive. I ain't got to go to Google. This is my shit right here. I built this multiple times. So relax. Right. Give me the $25K. Let's get this stuff done for the part. Because like I had one guy recently. He was like straight up after because the emails. I'm like, dude, this is the third time I had to kind of tell you to relax because you keep bringing up time frames and this, and this. And I'm like, dude, your build is on a scale of 1 to 10, to 4 compared to what I've done in the past. Like relax, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, but this is like the biggest spend in my life," and you know, and I wasn't trying to make his money seem insignificant. I was like, "Hey man, like you're gonna get pictures. My social media footprint is decent enough where I'm not gonna jeopardize my business over $16K. You know, let's get this,
right." And
you know what I mean,
and that's kind of place that as a business owner and an enthusiast that you are. You know both sides of those coins, but you're a business owner just as long as you're an enthusiast.
Yeah.
And so to customers, and each customer is like this, because even when I used to be in retail, it's no matter what the sale was, each customer felt like their dollar they were spending was the only one that counted. Yeah. Their purchase, their sale was supposed to mean so much to you. And yes, it does. Yeah. Patron of mine. Right. But hey.
Yeah. Hey. If you've been watching Pinku Style for a bunch on YouTube, you know I've been in Japan for about 16 years. One of the most challenging things when you come to a foreign country is getting control somehow on a local language. That way you can communicate effectively, make more money, do business, and all that stuff like that. When you go to a Japanese, speak to Japanese, you don't read the book. You speak to a person face to face. It's going to be Japan Language Factory, JLF. Run by Terumi Kai. I've been partnered with Terumi Kai for about now 2 months. If you want to go ahead and learn Japanese, definitely get over to JapanLanguageFactory.com. Check out the site, see what they got to offer. You'll get a free consultation when you sign up, and after that, you can kind of determine your program and things like that. If the programming course is 2 months, and what you're going to do is you're going to learn how to effectively communicate using the things that you like to do. For example, if you're into cars, they can talk about cars. If you're into bowling, they can talk about bowling and center your lessons around stuff that you're interested in versus trying to learn about, let's say, banking if you're not into banking. Right? So there's about 2,000 Japanese letters. There's over 500,000 Japanese words and phrases. And if you try to learn all of them at the same time, you're going to spin your wheels. And at the same time, you guys know out there are kids, when kids grow up, they speak Japanese. They don't go to school. They just speak Japanese naturally from what they hear. So it is possible for us out there to learn different phrases, learn Japanese properly, and apply yourselves in a fashion that you're actually going to learn Japanese the way you want to learn Japanese. So again, that's going to be JLF. Check them out. You're going to enter code Pinku Style JLF. That's again Pinku Style JLF when you sign up, and that will help out the podcast, and that will actually get you learning Japanese quicker. So again, check out JapanLanguageFactory.com. Terumi Kai. And you guys will be learning Japanese in no time. Peace. And that what you're saying right there is actually for me is when I look, because actually I use Alan a bunch from British Moto, because sometimes he'll send me an email like, hey man, could you check my temperature to see if I was cool? And I was like, yeah, I would have said more. Then I'll send him an email. He was like, yeah, I would have said more, because you need to dial it back, because you got to have because you in your mind, you know, people like human nature. People always assume that they are doing the most right thing and everything, but you're doing the most right thing for you in your situation, and that's what I apply. But the situation I was saying, man, is like a lot of time the cats, they just they feel like they got stock in you, and I tell guys like, I don't work for you. I'm providing a service and things like that. But at the same time, like what and I got to stop myself from doing it, because actually I'll spend money and like I'll buy shit and forget about it. And like that's just the way I'll order it, put it in a box, and literally forget about that shit. And so I'll be like, oh, I need this. And then even if I go, like, this is like, I think how people are different. and I know this maybe if I go to McDonald's and I order like a bunch of shit, you know where I'm going with this, or whatever, and then I get home and my fucking large fries ain't there. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, your whole
I'll be like,
thing is
fuck, but I'll just eat my son's shit because he ain't gonna eat it. I'll
Yeah.
take some fries from his shit, eat it. My
Yeah.
wife be like, oh, go back. I'll call him like, man, I'm not fucking driving back. And then like that drive back will just be when you get T-boned and some random ass shit.
Yeah,
Like,
something real weird.
From some shit you ain't really supposed to be eating anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I'm like, all right, man, I got a diet, you know, I ain't got the fries with the no salt, but that's how I am, man. I've never complained at a restaurant, you know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, it's not, I just don't, I guess coming from where I come from and then also being in combat, I'm like, bro, it's not significant enough for me to even raise my blood pressure, man.
Yep.
And that's all. So what I'm saying to say is like, I kind of, that's my idea. So when the dude is pressing me about literally $300 I'm like, number one, calm the fuck down, bro. Like, calm down. You know, I mean, calm way down. Like, you know what I mean? Again, because I'm looking at the spectrum. I've had guys send me 25, 30K in one transaction, like, you know what I mean? And the shit got done, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like, and I compared it. I'm like, hey, man, at least scroll back and see what I do, man. Like, this $330, right. Yeah, I'm not going to run away to Mexico with this. You know what I'm saying?
This one dude, I won't say his name, but very, very prominent. He deals with twin turboing, exotic forms of exotic cars. Right. So he's up there. He deals with transmissions that are $50,000, right? So when these dudes come in there,
right,
and they're saying, hey, this, that, I need this, that done. And when he stops him and says, hey, big fella, I didn't come to you.
Exactly.
I don't care business. Do I like having your business?
Yeah.
If you're paying me on time and paying for when I'm getting shit done, I have to hold it up. Yes, I like it. But I didn't come to you soliciting your business. You came to me.
Yeah.
So, and that you came to me because what I do is what I do and you need what I do. That could do
you gotta put that shit on the shirt, dude.
Yeah, for what I do, because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like there's other people that could have did it, but you came to me,
right?
And I'm getting it done. F your time frame. You don't rush what I do.
Yeah. Because
done quickly.
Yep. And the thing about him is, you know, in all business, everybody's been through it. Like every time that you go against your system and or try to like make an exception, man, like that, it just never works out, man. I'm like, hey, man, you're rushing, go somewhere else. Like it would seem kind of borderline disrespectful because they are emailing you, but it's like, hey, man, like your email is like, user hit you up straight up, like, and that's where it. For me, it already the first couple of sentences, and actually the subject line is what kind of kills me. If just like A parts, and I'm like, I'm already kind of turned off. And then when I read it, hey man, I'm leaving here November 28th. I need this done by the 15th. I actually don't even respond to those. I just delete them because I'm like opening it up is just there's no reason, man. Anyway, man, we got too much time, so we talking about.
Yeah, fuck all that.
So anyway, man, I got the picture right there. So you funny again. You're going to Laguna. I'm going to Tsukuba. And then on the way back, I already had the idea to mix in the footage. You already like beat me to it.
Oh yeah, the wavelengths be hitting.
Yeah.
That was funny because dude. So okay, first of all. For y'all that don't know, I don't know how you can't know, but Donnie has his own coilovers.
Yeah.
So that's what you were going to test at Tsukuba. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so we were thinking of just at random 2 P's of a pod. It's just like, dude, I get to knock all the rust off and get all the jitters out by literally going and I sim. Right. I get to knock the rust off. I get to know what I'm gonna be looking at for a majority of everything by going on and simming. So, like, you know, the fact that they have the car, that's why it's so valuable to have games that have cars that you actually own on them.
Right.
And spend quite a few laps in them. Don't make a fantasy build. Make a realistic build.
Just get out
whatever
there.
You actually have. Make it is so brutally close to what you actually have that you can do things like that. So yeah, I got
man.
on.
One thing, how fucking fast is the what's the pit speed here? Because like the game was balling. Like you actually look like you're going pretty quick.
But I was mobbing too. Yeah, I was in top of third gear by the time I came in here.
Really?
So I don't know. I wasn't looking at the speed. The game does it pretty accurately.
Like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I thought
yeah,
it's not.
Take off.
Yeah, man. So that's just pretty dope, man. And the yeah, man. Like you said, I'll actually just like always, man. I'll post up because I actually post up. I kind of delay it because it's a good. So about 3 hours away from home, I'll post. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't wanna,
do the same thing. Yeah.
so but yeah, man, it's like seeing the game here and then seeing the car and stuff like that. When I post up, I had a bunch of guys flooding like, "Oh man, you didn't know you're going down there." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." I might announce the next one and try to get a group to go down there because the organizers are very cool.
Right.
And but the yeah, man, it's like dudes like, "Oh man, well, I gotta get this." I'm like, you don't need nothing, bro. They're classes. There's the top class, the dudes who are running 106, 105, close to one. I put myself in a one because I didn't know what the car would do, and actually I did 1 second above. I put a 110 because I was like, the car is drift spec. I'm not expecting to. I don't have under trays. I don't. So I'm like, I'm losing time and just having an open underbody. Like I don't have.
Correct.
So I mean that right there could have been 2 seconds, but I'm not going to get that. But so I did a 111, 111.7. The And then there's another class below that. The dudes are like in a one, so they got levels for everybody. So you're not gonna have you out there in a fucking, whatever against a R35 GTR with 900 horsepower.
But you know what's crazy? Yeah. I don't know what happened or what was going on in Laguna Seca.
Yeah.
I was on track with GT3 NSXs and Lamborghini Huracans, and I'm looking like, what the hell is going on? But that's so cool. But yeah, they do split them by classes. Right. So yeah, for whatever the case or scenario was with my track day, and they happen to be out there, but I am in the highest performing group, so they probably just sent them out there with us because of that. They're like, hey, these are our fastest guys. Just go ahead and mob, and they'll get out the way. They won't hold you up like that. So that might be what it is. But yeah, it's guys always ask all the time. This one dude hit me, yo, what do I need? Do I need a roll cage? Do I need this? I'm like, no, just bring your minivan. It kind of doesn't matter. Just come out, be honest with yourself, put yourself in a lower group if you got zero experience, because it's just about gaining the experience.
So you do what I do now. I was like, I put the little, so pretty much the clip I put up is going to be the clip I'm going to put into the actual meat of the. So I did like a little unloading and driving to the thing and stuff like that for people.
Mm-hmm.
So you did what I did, but yeah, man. So what was the look? Damn, is it always like this? Fog like that?
Yeah. It's literally over those hills is the Pacific Ocean.
Oh,
that's
okay,
the end of California.
Okay.
So we get that table of fog, and it's a huge, thick, however many miles long it is.
The window, I can also see the ground like it's a little wet right there.
Yeah, it's wet. It's almost like a light misting rain, and yeah, I had rain next to windows and everything just to make sure that would go away. Like you kind of see, there's that intersection.
Yeah. I just seen them, man.
When that thing goes by, you whoa, the sounds is like, whoa, what the hell was that? But yeah, so I'm going out there with mist on the window. The track is obviously wet and cold, so it was really slippery. It was got
the red gloves on.
Yeah, you know what time it is with them on. Yeah, I was on demon time that day, and I had a good time. That track was so slippery in the morning session. But I had a good time in my head. I knew the record that I wanted to get, but I didn't know where I was in the scale of being able to achieve it, because I've never been able to go out there with a high dB limit. My car didn't hit it, so I didn't know how fast my car went flat out. And I see those times that the guys are putting up, and they're putting those times up with racing slicks on and a lot of power. And I'm on DOTs, and I do not have power in this car. So it was just like, well, I'm gonna go balls out and see if I could run close to. I can't run the Gran Turismo pace because I don't care about dying. I could just reset Gran Turismo. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Where is that? The Lambo? No, that ain't the Lambo. So you just leave with a bill in real life, you know. So it was a pretty solid morning session because I went around fairly quick. Where it was slippery at, it would slip and gain traction back. So I had confidence in the car, the track, and everything. So it was a really good time. I really got to push myself. The guys there, they told me to go for 145 after the track was like as damp as it was. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
We going faster than that. So I kept my goal at 143. I fell just short of that with a 144. So I cleared the record though by a lot. So the RX-8 lap record for a street car is now yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny because that NSX again. It was just like the Batmobile. He just come through, you don't hear him, and it's like,
dude. I had the video. I posted up a link. The guy that I met at Tsukuba who drives the Alto Works and everything, and there's a part of his video where my car it was quick, but in this video he can see it's an Alto Works. I was like, it was just like disappearing. I was like, man, that looks cool as shit to gap. Like, it was just like gap, and I'm like, I'm already at the finish line. He's just getting the steam built into the final corner. But one thing I did for my joint, man, was the because I never pushed the car like that hard because drifting, but we ain't really using the brakes that much. You know what I'm saying? Right. And but yeah, man, I got the Chase Bay kit on there, and I finally played with the proportion valve, but before I take it out, I'm gonna change the pads and the witchcom because again the pads are about honestly 80% because again I don't use them. But yeah, man, I actually was only doing about 80% of my joint, man, because I was like not trying to go the Taniguchi into that wall and slide.
Yes.
But the cool thing about the proportioning, for as hard as I was, I was standing on that shit. It never locked the wheels ever. So the proportioning,
really?
Never locked. Never locked any wheel, front or rear. I would like to have the option to lock it, but that means like it really wasn't biting. The rear, I know, is not really doing anything because they're like some. I had to actually shave off the rust, and the fronts did they turned like silver or whatever color from like and it's a full burn. It's not like a little.
That's cool. Looks cool, man.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get out, bro. You got when you come. Whenever you come here, I'm gonna send you the schedule and like Tsukuba's that's gonna be on the way back down to the airport or whatever, man. But it's like it's nothing. You line up, you go out there, the light turns green, and you go for 13 minute sessions.
That's so cool to me. Yeah. And it's like obviously I've put in so many laps there on the Sims,
and it translates immediately because you do You do one thing. I do that I was I'm not sure if I'm losing time here, but I do it on the game and it works. Right here coming around this Miata, a lot of guys they come out there and they kind of go like there's a rumble strip on the outside that looks like you should kind of go out there.
Yes.
But
left,
but I'm not sure. I just kind of don't go out there. I kind of stay in the middle and shoot straight to that other apex down. I'll see if I can run it back here and show you what I'm.
So same thing like coming down Rainy after you come out of the corkscrew Laguna.
RX-7 right there, man. It was
yeah.
So he did it too. So he didn't go like all the way because that right here is the most like it's pretty slick right here because the grass there's like that green shit. And and just like the game, you kind of have that speed momentum going like this, and then you fucking go like that, and it kind of can get it feels the same way. So yeah, he went out a little bit, but I just kind of stayed right there in his straight beeline, and then I caught him. I like rode up right on his back right there by not going out so wide. And then this was RX-7, I think Spirit something, and this was the NSX in the middle of the split. But and that's why I think I got the 111 because I'm learning the importance of you to have driving aimlessly. You kind of be like, oh, whatever. But when somebody's behind you and you got somebody in front of you, tow, that's when I
Right.
think you get those fastest times.
Yeah, I mean, you get a pretty good time, and a lot of people think that it's just off of drafts.
Yeah.
It's not really only off of the draft. If somebody is showing you inadvertently, because it just happens
Right.
as you're driving behind them, somebody's showing you a better way
Yeah.
around the track than what you were doing. When you do it and it feels good to you, you don't even know. You just
It's the
filed
RX-8
that
joint.
automatically.
This is the joint when I was like, Lex.
Yeah.
And it was like, because it's like, it's like, yeah, dude. So, but that is, yeah, it's just dope right there.
So
man.
it's like, I got to learn some new things around the track, dude. I was going hero mode on a few laps where I was barely touching brakes, or I would just be like, I'm going till the last minute that I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And then I
Super late
stand
braking.
on the brakes. Yeah. And look at this NSX. Is this NSX coming by me? Dude, that fucking thing was going. Oh no, that's me and the S2000 battle.
Okay.
So I got in a battle. This S2000, he had race slicks, full aero. Yeah, that's the S2000. Race slicks, full aero. He's fully stripped.
Got that hard top.
Lexan rear window. Yeah, hard top with Lexan rear window. He had everything pulled out. That thing was fast. It was on absolute racing slicks.
Yeah, I never did it.
And
I never been on slicks before.
yeah, I haven't either. And so guys are like, why don't you put on slicks? It's like, no, because see, it took him 4 laps to get by me. And of course, it's got more power and all of that stuff than I do. But I was able to really lap around that track just quick enough that I was a problem for him to get by me to, go. And it's like, you never want to hold people up, but if you're giving them a good battle and they can't pass you, I don't have to give it up on you,
Right.
So it's like, hey, dude, you get by me when you can get by me. Other than that, stay back. So, he was running down on me and he got on my quarter panel, my rear wheel, driver's side. And I'm like, okay, he's going to make the pass. I'm going to stay flat out full throttle, but he has to beat me in the braking zone off of the fast line. And he did that. So it was really good battles. I got to learn a lot. I got to pass a couple of cars that I didn't think I should be passing. I got to chase like this radical. When this radical took off, the acceleration is out of control, bro. It's just like, goodbye,
I mean, shit weigh like 35 pounds.
Yeah, and it's just like it was a great time. It got sunny later. I got the transponder for that sunny lap.
Question about that. So where did they have you guys mount your transponder?
Just up front, like on the tow hitch.
Man. See, that's what. See, I didn't. That's one thing I don't. The only thing I kind of don't. They don't want transponders external on these because they don't want to.
Really?
Yeah, so they make you put it. They literally show you a picture. You got to stuff it in your side door, and I'm like, if the transponder works like I think it works, like that means like that's like from the door to your front of your car, that's like point something seconds. So I mean, it's this.
But it hits the same place every time,
Yeah.
so it would just trip. It would trip at your door and set at your door.
Right.
Trip at your
So
door.
that's why I was kind of like because I actually made a little hook right at the front. I mean, I didn't stick it out like I didn't cheat. I didn't stick it out like I made a little L bracket and it was like, no, I put it in a thing. So I ended up actually taking out my an S13 a door handle and I just the picture shows you wrap
right there.
Wrap a towel around it and just stuff it down in there. So I was like, I kind of was like, man, well, if I was going for like a time, I'm like, that bitch needs to be on the front. You know what I mean? Like
you would just want it to have an accurate GPS signal or whatever they use the transponder with. Because that was my thing. I wanted to put it inside the car, like up on the cage, zip tie it on the cage up in the top of the window. Because just for some reason I don't want it on the tow hook in case something happens. Then you crush the transponder or stuff like it's right there on the tow hitch. But so I grabbed that just to make sure that the times were 100% valid. I could say, and I do run the apps at the same time as the transponders, and those times be really close. But that's different. If somebody say, "Well, how you ran the lap?" Oh yeah, I had the Track Addict app, and that's this many percentage off by the GPS, and woe is me. But I could show a transponder lap time and that app lap time, it'll be off by like 200ths of a second. But we know a 10th of a second matters when it comes to record setting. But it's just really close. For me, the app gives me an idea where I'm at. The transponder makes it 100% official.
And my shit, man, is like I was like, I mean, honestly, it's not like a second between that door and the bumper. You know what I mean? It's
right.
point. So if you're going for a time, like I was like, they want to put it in the foremost part of the car, but not extending, like not like a motherfucker like running the Olympics with a pool cue and shit and go across the line. Like, that's the first thing to cross the line and shit. So the motherfucker dive with their fingertips. They really try to
right.
But that's
and I mean, and then it goes to say, like, what if you were going balls out and you trip the line, but then you decelerate and your time slows down going, obviously down your car,
right.
down the car. So yeah, I mean, I think having it out front is always the best. But I don't like having it in the front like that. So it just is what it is. But it's man, it was cool to see that you head out to Tsukuba and I was headed to Laguna, and it's just like, man, like mine.
And another cool, like, kind of getting back on it, because again, we utilize social media, we on it, now and everything, but it's like dudes like really don't know how to move, because they just be, there's a time and point where, again, when you're at Long Beach, you can't hide it. You're on the broadcast. People know you're in Long Beach. But if you're not where somebody's broadcasting your location, just keep that shit. Like we always said, man. And like, again, it's just like street knowledge, I guess you want to say. Like, don't be announcing whether you look back in the last 3 years, how many rappers done got smoked by saying, I'm at XYZ place, and then I didn't know the P&B Rock guy.
Right,
yeah. So I didn't know, because I didn't really. I mean, I'm kind of like the young guys where I don't keep up with the new guys, so I didn't know. And I actually just found out about the dude about 2 years ago. Like, I mean, one of his joints.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, man.
I knew about him a while ago. Like, I think 2013 or so. I first started kind of paying attention to him.
Dude, but below 30 gone.
Below 30 gone. But see, the thing with his is it was just a lot of blurred lines.
Right.
Those dudes were there.
Yeah.
They were in the parking lot. When he went in, they saw him. But at the same time, his girl posts that shit. He has told her previously to knock that shit off. Don't post nothing when I'm around, when we're out and about. Stop geotagging. He had an interview that he spoke on that specifically, that the person that interviewed him released it right at his death. So it's like, things just seem blurred, but the people were just there. So sometimes it's just the fact that you are in a location and you get seen as an opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's like, the reason I don't post a lot of shit is the same reason all the other guys, like, I'm not about to post that I'm away from home. You know what I mean?
100%, man.
I get back, it could be a couple days later, and then I post. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't know you was there. Good. I didn't say I was there, right?
Old joint video just popped up.
That's the old.
Man. But hey, man, I just looked at the time. I do gotta get out of here and get over there to the track and field, which is right down the street. So I got about 10 minutes to get over there.
Heck yeah, parent vibes.
Yeah, about the times and everything. You can run whatever you want to run, whatever track you will run to. But here in Japan, Tsukuba is Tsukuba, and then shortly followed by Fuji. And in America, correct me if I'm wrong, Laguna is like the track where your time really, like, that's
where all the professional testers go.
Right. So so that's where, like, when you that's the time that needs to matter. So, what I mean, when you go there, so it kind of gets in the thing though, because even if you go there this was a chill day, but ain't nobody there chilling though. Because this is like
that's the problem with modern track days. Ain't no chill on nobody on these when you're in the high group.
Yeah,
they're going.
Yeah, because it's
bro.
like because the entry fee, and then like we're all adults busy, so it's like, man, I don't know when I'm gonna get back here. Because Tsukuba, that was my first time since 2019. That was my first time because after that shit popped off, I definitely wasn't trying to go down there, and they actually canceled a lot of stuff. And that was my first time. And the last time I actually registered was 2021, but we got hit with a snowstorm. And I told her, she was like, "Yeah, you didn't come." I was like, "Yeah, it was." I got stuck in my driveway and I got delayed 2 hours. I'm like, and I was like cutting it anyway. I would have been driving there, and like I would have got there and had to go, literally get off the toll road, go in there and rush to get into the pits. Like it,
and and that ain't a
that's not
track.
That's not. So this time I was prepared. The bumpers were on. I left all the big shit on the truck, and I just took like my little toolbox and I took a tire for promotion and the coils, and that's it. And you kind of go in there. And one thing I didn't do, the vets, they got the little, because they make you put your shit on the ground right outside the car, and they had like a little tarp to sit it on, so it's not sitting on the ground. So I didn't do that for that. But anyway, man, like I said, good times, man. We both had successful weekends. You would get in the record time, and me
successful weekends.
Yeah, man, me pretty much meeting contacts, and bro, I'm telling, not to be conceited, whatever, but like there was a lot. There was GTRs, there was NSXs, there was S2000s, there was all the who's who of all the shit there, Lotuses, but everybody was like gravitating to my car like a bug in the night, because the car just had that was the only race car there, like the only stickered up, blah blah. Everybody else was clean. I mean, I got 35 guys coming over to me like speaking pure English, like, I lived in Boston. I'm like, all right, cool. Gave him a card.
Yeah.
And just to see him, like, they were like, you drift? Because they look at the car, like they could see the cracks on the FRP and the tape, and when you get close to it, like, oh yeah, that car got character. And he's like, I was like, yeah, drift spec car, 12 kilogram front springs, 6.5 rear, definitely not towards time attack, because so when the rear was squat, the front wouldn't dive, and the rear was squat on the acceleration how we wanted to do. And I never lost it, never spun out, never did any drift like shit. The only thing it kind of do when I would downshift aggressively, yeah,
I was doing that shit. You do that. I was learning that on Gran Turismo, and it's kind of like a motorcycle thing where you stretch your bike out, right, detailing to go into the.
Yeah.
So I was doing that in the car, and I was braking deeper and deeper and deeper. Man, I was going to the corners. I'd do that. I'd be on the brakes, and I'd put the downshift in, and you just let the clutch out on the car was like,
yeah. And it's like that. You got that little counter. Like you're just like,
yeah.
And my wheel on my video, I definitely nobody called it out yet because they're not looking that deep. But my wheel was actually like, I was like this.
I saw it. I noticed it. It buzzed all the time.
I turned the toe, but I didn't have time to recenter the wheel, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's go." You know what I mean?
I saw it like this, turn to the left because your camera sits right here.
Yeah.
Like that fucking wheel is like,
and you know for sure ain't no pure time attack dude. Like they be like, "Nah, I'm done for the day." I'm like,
"Nah, that wheel gotta be."
Let's go, man. Like I know, I'm like, all right, this is center. All right, so I gotta in my mind. I think we take that shit like that. I know you could do the same thing, where it's like we just all right, cool, center, bam, done, program, download it, and
because not like that racer dudes want to lock their thumbs in on the bars. We're using the rim of the wheel, so it's going straight like this. This is where I'm. That's
as soon as I pulled off, I was like, "Fuck," because that bitch is like, we're straight right here, and this was when I turned to go down to the staging light, and I was like, "All right, I guess this is straight." And
it's what's really weird on my FC, my toe and everything is how it is, but I know when my tire pressure is low. If my tire pressure is low, my wheel will be off to one side or the other. It won't be true straight.
Yeah, that's that stuff, man. I was so for like, well, actually, like for your your tires. What was your average PSI spike after a session?
Bro, a ton.
Yeah.
I was setting the rears to 24. They shot up to 33, and I set the front at 29, and they shot to 36.
Yeah, I was
So,
getting
and I can tell.
Yeah.
I was like bombing corners, like, oh, this feels fabulous. After like 5, 6, 7 laps, and that bitch started dancing all over the place. I was like, whoa, way too much. You know, I go in and I brake and I get a wheel slip and some understeer.
Yep.
And I bring it in and I hit the tire pressure. I said, oh yeah, that shit went. And it's funny because that's just road car tires.
Yeah.
So that's just the thought, right? You drive around on the road with 33 PSI, you go to a track, that shit may not work good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I did it on a, speaking of that, they were doing the laps and everything, and I got about a little bit in. And I noticed when I did the whole shimmy brake thing, then I turned in because it was a K car trying to go on the outside around me. And I turned in hard in apex, and then it just you could tell it understeer, and with the wheel being, I just like let off a little bit and then let it correct, and then I got back on it and everything, and he still didn't pass me, so I was understeering, and he still couldn't get around me. But I got back in the pit, man. My shit, I've been here too long, so it was like 200. It was like I put
bars. You about to speak in bars?
So it was like 233 kilopascals, which is about 30 about what 33 35 and then so I was going up to, I was actually spiking up, so mine was going up about like 30 something PSI and everything, so it was going up. And
so what I learned, funny that I learned this through video games. I learned this off of Assetto Corsa. Set it under 26 PSI.
Let it go up,
because 26 PSI seems to be the trigger mark on 200 tread wear and below. 26 PSI is a fabulous level of grip. When you set it under, yeah, it might feel a little iffy, but it grips really good. But when the car starts to feel like magic, is at 26 PSI. So I did that this weekend, and I was like, God damn, that's great.
Actually, so
around 200 tread wear, be around 25, 24 PSI, so that it can heat up to 26.
Got you.
Set it to like 25. When it starts heating up, it's going to go past that trigger mark, right? Or you're going to have less time at that trigger mark, and the temperatures won't be good enough, because it's not just the PSI, it's the actual temperature in the tire that you, right? So yeah, set it below it so that it'll come up to it. You'll spend a good amount of time there, very nice laps there, and then when it starts to get hotter, then you're really gonna be like, okay, well, let's dial back a little bit or change your marks that you steer in.
This is a game, right?
Yeah, this is VR.
Crazy,
GT
man.
Sport.
Crazy, man. Like I just had to show. I just had to click when I was watching. Actually, I don't know, you probably been watching shit the whole time because this is running in the background. It's like this shit right here, man. It's like this is why you still got that little slither of dudes. They be like, man, Sims is for babies and this
and they fucking
that COVID shit really like got everybody tuned in. Like, oh shit, this shit's real. We can't get to the track. And then you notice everybody selling their builds now. Like just like we knew it was gonna.
Yep.
we knew it was gonna happen and everything. And my boy Jelani out there, shout out to Jelani, selling his shit is like, okay, COVID's over. But but now, man, like this shit, man. Like again, I go back to 2018. I'm sitting outside Tsukuba and Lex sent me a fucking video because I couldn't find a goddamn a solid, because Japanese, they're starting to get into the GoPro and stuff now, but they don't really do documentation and their culture. They're not really like, oh, look at me, I'm here. They don't care about. They just starting to get into it. So now you're starting to find good on board, but at that time, nothing. I couldn't find nothing from Cyber Evo, nothing from fucking nobody, because they keep their shit like to them.
Yes, yeah. So that's like for me, I've got hours. Like the vlog is this way, is a certain way that I put it out, but I have a lot of on board on the bumper, on the roof, and solid static video of the laps where you could see the actual marks I was hitting. That I probably put out a raw audio, raw unedited video of that. But Yeah, just it's really cool to see, especially when you study your own shit. So when you go back, you can do even better.
Yeah, man. But cool, man. Shit was it's definitely at my time, but they just loading up and everything.
Hell yeah.
But I'm gonna get out of here. It's been a cool session. Shit, we still did. Hours not bad. They ain't bad, man. It's not like
Not bad. Not bad.
We talked about family, of course, and stuff like that. So I got I think they got to see how I'll get through the rest of this month because, man, I'm purposely piling everything together because I want to fucking have a whole month on that cappuccino because the dude just kind of brought it back up and I'm like, fuck. Now, and I told him maybe March, so now I gotta, you know what I mean? Right. I want to deliver, and stuff like that, man. Again, you never know. Guys there watching, listening. Again, man, I've been doing this since 2006 with the YouTube stuff, and people get discouraged because you're not getting LZ numbers and blah blah blah. Different. That's his lane. You know, respect it. You're not LZ. Dude, right. Just start your shit and don't worry about it's going to come. So I mean, I just met this guy, and then like just overnight 30 subs from people who never knew about me in Japan. And you you don't know which one of those subs are. So again, at the track, I can kind of tell the vibe. Old dude, R35, clean car. This guy goes to Top Secret to get his shit tuned. Like I know who.
He's an MCR.
Yeah, but at the same time, I talk to him like an average Joe, and then he's like, "Oh, you do this and build this," and I give him a card if I talk for more than like 5-10 minutes. I'll throw them a card and so they can check out. But I just kind of talk a little bit, move on. I met it. I gotta get out of here, man. There's so many stories, man. At the end, there was a kid come up to me, right? And you still there?
Yeah.
Right, cool. A kid, I was frozen, man. The kid came up to me.
Oh yeah.
A kid came up to me, and I was just about to pack up. And he's like, "Oh, nice car." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" He speaks Japanese, and he's about my height. He's about 5'11", 5'10", and so we talking and everything. And I thought he's like 22. He's like, "Oh, I'm 16."
Right.
I'm 16. But he's driving 600 horsepower 911.
Jesus.
Yeah. I'm like, and he's like, "Yeah, I did like a 103 or some shit or whatever the fuck, just warming up." I'm like, "Cool." And then and then he's like, "Oh yeah, then he start, I was telling him about my, what I do and everything. And he's like, "Oh, cool. Well, my family runs Super Taiko. I'm like, "All right, cool, man." He's like, I'm like, "God damn." Then I look over there. He was like, "Oh, this guy champion, this guy champion for this one, this guy champion for that." And I was like, "Ah, cool, man." But I'm packing up. I mean, they were getting in their cars and going to the track. And while I was packing up, those motherfuckers were balling. Like they wouldn't even they were gone. They were gone. Like I'm like, yeah, they're all champs. Like the dude was like because they got so many divisions here. The guy is a champ with this division.
Taiku, honestly, Super Taiku is a series that I love the most.
He was shocked when I knew. I was like, he was like, "Yeah, my family runs. They manage to." So I was like, "All right, yeah, let's trade information." Cause so like the other old dudes, I was like whatever, but this young dude, I'm like, this motherfucker's linked to Super Taiko, man. So I was like, let's form that relationship so I can get one of those cars.
Taiko is raw,
yeah,
dude. Yeah, you get they're an endurance car that's like in America, I think it would be ST4 level. It's like street touring prepped cars, not like full fucking GT cars. Super dope. Yeah, that's what I'm modeling my RX-8 after.
Yeah, man.
It's Super Taiko.
Yeah, man. So that shit was dope, man. So, but again, you go to Laguna, I go to Tsukuba. You're gonna be rolling around dudes who are all doing the same thing you do. This is what we do. Nobody's there by mistake. Nobody just like rolling there. Like even if they for the first time, they're still an enthusiast to get there, pay for the thing, go there. So like you gotta and that's what I told dudes. I'm like, I don't do cars and coffee, man. That shit like that. That is my cars and coffee in between cool downs. And everybody get out the car and they're laughing and like, "Hey man, nice pass and nice this." We're doing shit with our cars, man. And I'm not saying you got to be out there racing, but I'm saying you got to be out there racing. So I mean, it's like,
yeah.
I ain't spending
after that S2000 battle. I walked over there. I looked at the car to spec it out myself and say, "Damn, that's why." Now that makes sense. How he was out breaking me here and there. Then it's like, "Yo, who car is this?"
Yeah.
"Oh, what's up, man? Nice battle. I was in the white RX-8. Oh shit,
yeah. Instant bond.
Yeah,
instant bond. It's like instant bond, man. Like that was pretty cool, man. So the I'm pretty sure that the NSX guy that I passed, he's like, "Fuck, man, He didn't know, So it's cool because after the first thing when I show up to a Japanese event, it's all kind of like they look at you, they size you up and everything, typical man shit. And then when you go on the track, their whole demeanor changed because he's like, oh fuck, he can actually ball. You know what I'm saying? Like he can actually actually flow, and he's like breaking deep into the corners, and he ain't going up the track, and he's hitting the apexes, and then I'm throwing down the control power slides because they thought I lost control, but I didn't. And
right,
so
gotta love that.
So it's like smooth transition and everything, man. But I'm gonna get out of here, dude. Again, we're
all right,
we're
but
just
we'll catch
up
again, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, we'll catch up again, man. Let me know. We got some things that we could work on. But yeah, I'm out and about, man. Motorcycles next, but I'm glad to be back in the car mix.
My wife like, it's starting now. Like, all right, cool, man. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
All right, cool. So everybody, just like before, go ahead and check out KOE Family Lex channel. A lot of stuff, and also not the new shit. A lot of dope shit, man. Like I said, I'll be confident on that and tell you, man, we got more old dope shit than a lot of guys got new dope shit and shit and stuff like that. So we should probably put that on the shirt too. And everything.
Yeah,
man.
Got more old dope shit, got more new dope shit. Hell yeah.
And I just meant that's just like a freestyle right there. I didn't practice that, man. But go out and check out KOE Family, check out the progression. Definitely check out young Jalen over there, Dragon Knee, over here trying to show up pops and everything. So
he's trying for sure.
And definitely check out my channel. I got the Pinku Style TV and everything. Got my sons in there with the dirt bikes now. They're looking to get bigger bikes soon. The PW50s. They're getting a little bit. We'll probably get them with some DZR50 or DRZ50, something like that. The Suzuki,
DRZs,
the Suzuki. Get them on that, and then I'll get back out there and do some practice and stuff like that. I might get in a race or two before the end of the season for motocross. Don't care where I'm
thinking about that too.
Yeah,
on the bikes.
Yeah, so the dude keep haggling me. I'm like, man, I don't want to get out there and loop out, but I actually did some practice starts and everything, and I might get out there. So I need to check it out. Check both of us out. Lex_King_24 on Instagram, and everything for me and all facets, Pinku Style and everything. So it's gonna be Lex signing off from Richmond, California. CA not VA. It's gonna be
CA not VA. Yeah.
Donnie signing off from South Japan. See you guys later. Peace. All right, cool. You know how I do.